Welcome to eTeacher Pakistan webinar series. The eTeacher Pakistan webinar series is an initiative of the eTeacher Plus for Pakistan program, which provides education opportunities to English language teachers and learners from across Pakistan. These professional development opportunities include global online courses, massive open online courses, webinar series, and then engaging the alumni into lots of productive alumni engagement activities. The program is fully funded by the Regional English Language Office at the US Embassy Islamabad. In Pakistan, it is implemented by Evolution. If you wish to stay updated about the eTeacher program announcements, please follow Relo Pakistan on Facebook and also subscribe to their YouTube channel. To learn more about the different offerings of the eTeacher program, please visit www.evolution.com.pk/eteacher. So as a part of eTeacher Pakistan webinar series 3.3, we will be presenting on using comics in English language classrooms. To present on this topic, we have with us today Saida Warda Badool, who belongs to Dera Ghazi Khan. She is alumna of the US exchange program that is named South Asian Summit, held in Kathmandu, Nepal in 2019. She has done her MPhil in English Literature from University of Lahore in 2018. She has 9 years of experience in teaching English language. She is also the visiting lecturer at University of Education, Dera Ghazi Khan. She is also a lecturer at Ghazi Institute of Social Sciences. She is also an English language instructor of the English Access Micro Scholarship Program and a tutor and a lecturer of TOEFL at Allama Iqbal Open University. As a part of the eTeacher program, she has completed Teaching Grammar Communicatively course by World Learning recently. Apart from that, she has done multiple MOOCs, that is massive open online courses with American English program, which includes critical thinking and cultural exploration in EFL classrooms, using education technology in English language classrooms, English for journalism, and American English global comics. After doing all these profession developments with Relo Pakistan, she has voluntarily trained um, a lot of teachers online during this lockdown on teaching online, remote teaching versus online teaching with collaboration of Ghazi Institute of Social Sciences. So thank you so much, Varda, for joining us today. In today's webinar, Varda is going to help you understand that how much important it is to bring variety and creativity in your English language classrooms. So the focus is going to be how comics can be used in English language classrooms. As an English language teacher, how can you create comics for your own students as per the local context? So I think this webinar is going to be very effective for you to understand the uses of comics and how you can improve vocabulary and grammar by using these digital tools. So without any delay, I'm going to request Varda to please begin with the webinar.
Thank you so much for having me here. So, as all of you know, today's topic is using comics in English language classroom. Comics are usually associated with something that is funny or a piece of amusement, and that is true as well. Besides, comics are also used in English language classroom to teach all the four skills of language. This multi-dimensional nature of comics is an excellent source for teachers and learners to explore language and discover more about learning this language. So you can even use these comics to teach those subjects in which you believe your students are less interested, or they easily get bored. So when they are drawing and then they are learning language communicatively and logically, they'll definitely take interest. In today's session, I'll discuss with you why it is necessary and it is important to use comics in English language classroom, and the method of creating comics both manually and in online classes. Why it is manually? Because when you go back to your regular classroom, in your face-to-face classroom, you can assign your students such tasks to draw a superhero or to draw any character on a page and then write dialogues. So you are actually using comics in your regular classrooms as well. In online classroom, you can create comics, or you can instruct your students to create comics by using different websites or software or mobile applications. You just have to install these applications, or you just have to click on these websites and create comics. At the end of this session, I'll discuss with you how you can take assessment, an online assessment or an oral assessment through comics. So let's start with the definition. What is comic? A comic is a series of narrative pictures that aim to tell a story by using comic as a medium. Learners can share their ideas through pictures combined with text. So this is how they are actually sharing their work and they are drawing it as well. And it is very, to me, it is very interesting. So usually these images are called panels and they are in form of strips. The comics that you encounter in your daily life are in form of strips or editorial gag cartoon or a comic book. So why it is important to use comic in language classroom? Whenever you are teaching a language, your strategies must be innovative. I mean, you have to engage your students communicatively, or you have to engage them in such tasks that they enjoy it and they learn as well. So comics are a fun activity for students because they are focusing on ideas, they're sharing their own thoughts. That is very important. They're as amazing as using games or music in English language classroom. And in the meanwhile, you are also working on the creativity and their creative process. I mean, you're teaching them how to be creative because they are drawing and they are thinking. So they are working very creative in their own way. I mean, they're sharing their thoughts in a very unique way, and everyone is different from other. So on the basis of this concept, learners, they give you unique ideas. In the similar manner, they are also learning language of a target culture and language of a culture of a target language, because both culture and language, they are interrelated. Whenever you teach either of these, you are automatically teach language or culture either. So when for example, if they are teaching English language, so they are learning American cultures because they are following that vocabulary, they are using those images. So this is how you can also, I mean, you are working on multi-dimensional points at a similar time. Comics also helps you to improve reading with expression. I mean, when students read any stuff in a book, they are not without picture. If the book is without picture, they are not familiar with the specific expression. But in comics, they have specific expression. They learn the expression through picture first, and then they try to imitate it, and then they try to read it in a proper manner, and then they pronounce it correctly as well by listening other about these expression. I mean, when someone else pronounce it correctly, and when they listen to that person, so they will change. I mean, they'll automatically correct their pronunciation if they are incorrect, or they learn as well. Their writing skills is also improved because as you can see, comics are covering vocabulary, grammar, discussion, dialogues, so even the thinking process as well. And then they teach, I mean, then you can teach them these vocabulary or specific vocabulary or grammar into context. I mean, then students are using all these terms, all these points in context, and they are discussing it. So this is how they are learning. So that's all about why it is important. Now I'll come to how to create comics in both manually or in online websites. So before creating it, you just have to think about your content. I mean, about which you want to talk, or you want to assign your students, if you want to give them any scenario or a story or any situation that you want your student to draw it, to learn about it. So think about that specific topic, and then to keep in mind the theme. You can also share these details with your students while creating comics. Story, characters, background, and object. Now, characters, it isn't necessary that you use human beings as a character. You can also use objects as a character. For example, a chair, a table, a tree, any bird. So make variety, I mean, make innovations in even in your working. Background can be the settings. You can say it a setting where your story is set. It can be school or home or any public point, so where you want to set it, it depends on you. How long a comic book should be. A comic book is usually comprised from 1 to 32 pages long, and the panels in that book is called visual images, or these visual images are divided into you can call it boxes. Like here you can see there are two pictures. Picture number 1, picture number 1 is full size page. This one is basically you can just divide it and give them numbers. This is for full size page, and this presentation is for half page. So it's your choice whether you want to go for this one and to have 32 pages, or you want to use, if your story is long, then you can use this style as well. So it's completely your choice how you want to do it, how you want your book should be. Usually this first box is for title, and this last one is for ending. So it and rest of the story should be in these four boxes. If you are going to draw manually, you don't need to have a good skills. I mean, if you have good skills, it is good. But if you don't have, for example, few of you always say that I am not good in sketching, right? Like I also am not good at sketching or drawing. So but I have ideas in my mind. So what you have to do is just to have common pictures, like you can see here on this slide, and present your idea. Basically the focus is on what do you present, what your idea is, how strong your story is. What you draw, it should it should make your story more you can say clear, or it should elaborate all the points. It isn't necessary whether it is good sketching or not. Of course if it is good sketching it would be amazing, but if it isn't good sketching or if it isn't good drawing, it doesn't mean that your work is pathetic or it's not good. So it is also good. I mean, what you have to keep in mind, focus on the story theme line and presenting your idea. Okay, so what you have to do is just if you start with a 4 or 2, you have to fold your paper into required number of panels you want it, and then draw it accordingly. If you want to do it online, you just have to choose a number of boxes or a panels for your comic strips, and then you need to assign a topic. For example, if you are giving to give them a topic that is to draw a comic hero or a heroic character and design its costume, so what you have to do is just to ask your students to draw an image and then design it as a superhero, or choose any sign for its power or energy, like here you can see in this slide. And then these two are used for dialogues. This one with the dots, it's for thinking process, if character is thinking, and this one is for dialogues, for speaking. Here I forgot to mention the example. This one is a comic series of Pakistan, Burqa Avenger, as you can see. You can also ask your students to draw such kind of character, a superhero who can save the world. So here, if you are going to teach your student this series, you are not only not teaching them English language, but you are also sharing Pakistani culture as well. How you are sharing Pakistani culture as well? By using specific word like burqa, or this kind of dress. This is usually used in Pakistani culture. So you can teach language with targeted culture, and you can teach culture with targeted language. So this is how you can teach your students to draw a heroic character and assign him or her, I mean assign your hero a task to save the world. So students will take interest in this way, and then they try to be innovative, they try to be new. You can also ask them to imagine themselves as a hero. For example, if I am going to draw myself as a hero, what heroic characteristics should I have, or what should be my power, or what should be my costume. So this process will actually enable students to think about themselves. Okay, now how to create these comics online by using cell phone or laptops through websites or through applications, mobile applications. In mobile application, it's very simple process. You just have to write creating comics and go to your Play Store, and then you can download any of these apps. And after downloading it in your mobile, you just have to click on icon, characters, dialogues, and then fill it. I mean, this through mobile it is very simple. But in mobile, there are few software that won't allow you to save your comic strips or comic books. You have to purchase them. So, in order to overcome this problem, you have just to go to online websites where you can not only create your stuff. I mean, your comic strips or comic books. You can also save them. So let's start the process of creating comic. You have to just click on the given link when you go, or you can write make believe comics on Google. So you will find this one. I mean this picture. So you just have to open the link and then select a language. That is of course English, and then in next step you have to go to third one. I mean from this side you just have to click on comic strip starter. When you click on this point, you will have that this page. In this page you can click any of these below panel. When you are a beginner, this side gives you some hints as well. I mean this side guides you as well. This is how you have to start. So to me this is very amazing sites, because you don't need to learn before by creating your comics. You just have to just click on the site and follow the instruction. Okay, so when you can click any of these panels, like if you can click this one, so you will have this image on your screen. So what you have to do is, first you need to understand these icons, because these icons are necessary. Because if you want to go with this image and you have to make a story with cat, or you want to, I mean you just want to use it, so you can create similar on your own. But if you want to have a new one with your own story, with your own character, so you need to remove it. So in order to remove it, you need to follow these icons first. You need to click on this delete icon and then press on this object, and then it will be deleted. Similar with this. Okay, this one is called flip sides. You just have to click on this flip side and you can change the sides of your object. If you choose this icon, your whatever is on your back, I mean on your background, it will be on front. Or if something is on your front side, it will be go on back side. I mean if you want that character should be behind this box, you can make it behind by clicking on this icon. Second last is, okay, so if you want to use this one, I mean in order to set the size of your object, or dialogue box, or any character on a screen, or in your comic book, you want to resize that thing. So you just have to click on this one and then resize your object. The last one is to move object. If you want to take this one to left or right, up and down, so you have to click first on this move icon and then move your object. So these all icons you should need to know. Now you are going to start your own comic strip. So first you need to have more icons, I mean more panels and more boxes. So how to have the size? By clicking on this plus sign, and then you will have your own sign. Here you can see you have two panels now. Here you can write name of your comic story or a comic book, and write the name of author. I mean like I wrote here lost pet, because I'm going to share my story, and then I named it as myself. I mean I am the author of this story. Okay, even students will feel good when they see their name is written on on some book, or you can even take color print of this their comic stories as well. So now it's time to select main points, I mean main objects or elements in your comic story. Your character, you can choose your background, you can give them dialogues, or if you need any object, you can choose it from here. Below you can see all the characters, dialogues, dialogue boxes, objects, themes. Okay. Now I have selected the characters according to my story. So I have placed all my characters here. Now I need to resize it. What I have to do is just to click on this resize icon and resize it. For example, this one, it was larger earlier, but I don't want it to show here. I mean, to me this is the main character, so I have to make it large and I have to make it short. So what I have to do is I just click on this icon and I resized this superhero. Okay. Next step is you need to give dialogues to your learners. So what you have to do is just write dialogues. Here you can assign your students a task that only follow indefinite tense, or use interrogative sentences. I mean, here you can restrict your students to use specific language that you want them to learn. So they'll also enjoy. I mean, like here it is very clear that she is asking why are you crying, and because he is crying, so he has his pet and it is written over here, lost. I lost my pet. So by clues, and I mean students, they have clues and then they can write their own stories. Here you can teach them grammar, you can teach them sentences, because now they can create a story by connecting sentences in a very logical way. I lost my pet. Okay, then we can read this one, and this is how they can read one by one by relating it to the past event. You can even take assessment in it, that I'll discuss at the end of this session. Okay. Now the third one is your story is over. Sorry, the last one is your story is over. You just have to save it. So here you can see you have to sign in here to save online. Now because you are a beginner, so what you have to do is you just have to sign in. I mean, you have to just create your account and then put it here, your username, your email, and then save image. If you want to make any changes, what you have to do is just to click on this one and go back and edit it and then save it again. If you want to take print, you can click on this icon. So this is about how to create your comic, how to teach your students while creating comics. After creating comic, you can assign them to read it aloud so that others can hear your student properly. um, so this is now it's time to just have a quick look through a website how to create online. So I am using this link again to go online. So you can see when you click on the link, or you can even write it um, in your I mean search engine, whether you're using Google or anything else. So what you have to just do is to write it there and find this site. Okay. Now I have already created one image, so I'll show it to you how it works. First of all, we have to start it over. Okay, here you can see I have three panels. I don't need three panels, so I'll just remove one by one. So this is one. Okay, now I need to add characters. So you can select any character of your choice. For example, if I go with the similar story, I'll choose this character here, and then I'll also choose a superhero. Okay, you can see there is a superhero, many kinds of superheroes. You can choose any of your choice. Now I have to move it. If I am clicking on and try to move it, because I already clicked here, I'm going to move this. Now I have to change its side. So what I have to do is to click on flip, and then I'll change its sides. Okay. If I want to delete this one, why it's what I have to do is just to click on this delete icon and then delete it. Here you can see it is deleted. So let's add it again to complete our story. The third one is dialogues. Here you can see different dialog boxes. You can choose any of your choice. So I'm choosing two for both of these characters. You can also select everything at once and then set it accordingly, or you can do it side by side. I mean, select and arrange it. Now we'll use this one to take it back. Like here you can see, you can bring it on front, or you can take it behind the character. So what you have to do is click bring to front, and then click it, bring to front, and then click it. Okay. Third thing is background. We have to choose background. Here you can see two kinds of backgrounds. Either you can, if you want something, I mean, simple background, you don't need any images, you can go there. Or you can choose any background, I mean, with specific location or a setting. uh, you can have color backgrounds, you can have black and white black background, simple. It's your choice what you want to do. So I selected this one. Okay. So everything is completed. Now resize it. You can see these characters are, they need to be resized. So what to do is to click on scale, and then click on a character, and then resize it. It won't move, as you can see, because you just have to click on move, and then bring it here, and bring this one here. Now right here. So first write question. Okay, you can also teach your students critical thinking, or you can also teach them, for example, if this questions how to answer a question in this way. Why are you crying? I am crying because, and then with because they have to start their sentence. So this to me, comics are amazing, because this is how students are, even they are learning boring subjects. I mean, to my students, they believe grammar is something that is boring, and they feel I mean, they don't feel good while studying grammar. So if we use such methods, they'll not only enjoy it, they'll also take interest to create their own dialogues. Now you need to sign in to save it. So as I already have a user account, I just have to put my account there and password. You can have any password, I mean the simple one, or you can even log in with Google if you want to. Okay. Now this one is saved online. Okay, I forget to mention here name, so it is necessary to write your name. Now save it online. Now you can see this comic is saved online. So how to check it? You just have to start it over so that you can see your saved work. Pet 2, this is your story. Now you can take its print, you can email it. Okay, so whatever you want to do, I mean, you can use it. Now you are familiar with the process of creating comics online, and I believe that you can also create your own comics and you'll enjoy it while comics. The last one point that is very important: how to take assessment, I mean how to make assessment while using these comics. So you can use it as a jigsaw's puzzle. You can also give them fill in the blanks, vocabulary building, sentence completion, or you can even work on their critical thinking, their analytical abilities. You can just miss one panel and ask them to recreate it or think what should be the next one, or you can just rearrange these panels and ask them to make it in original form, or you can even just change the number and you can ask your student to set it according to dialogues, or number it according to dialogues. You can even for example, here in picture you can see the last one in the first picture is two kids. They are sitting. Now you can ask your students which emotions they're showing, whether they're sad or they're depressed. So students will think for a while, then they'll look at the picture and then they'll give you whatever they think about it. Okay, you can also ask them to fill the blanks. So you can give them dialogues. Here you can see a cat is thinking and a person is speaking. So this is how they can also differentiate how when someone is speaking. So you can teach them pronouns, you can teach them nouns. I mean, differentiate about nouns and pronouns. What kind of language you have to use it. So this is how you can make assessment online or in a regular classroom. Then you can ask your student to predict, for example, exempt the ending of one comic strip and ask your student what should be the ending according to you if it's not what is given here. So students will think about it. This is how you can take their oral assessment. I mean, it's not necessary to always have written assessment. You can also take oral assessment. So you can use these comics with your own innovative way. I mean, it is just an example for all of you to create comics and teach English. Now it's up to you people how you people can be creative in your own way, and you can teach your students. And then you'll be amazed. I believe that you'll be amazed when you see your learners work. That would be amazing. So that is all about today's session. I hope that you will get benefit from this session.
Thank you, Varda, for such a valuable, interactive, and interesting session. I hope the audience have gained a lot of information of how they can integrate comics in their English language teaching and learning context. If you have comments, questions, and or suggestions, please feel free to write us on eteacher@evolution.com.pk. If you are alumna or alumnus of the eTeacher program and wish to present in the eTeacher Pakistan webinar series, please write us on the same email address showing your interest and the topic you would like to present on. Until then, we wish you happy teaching and happy learning.